fresh, it's new, and it's coming to you, the Talkin Rattlers, where the banter is never out of season. What's up, Rattler fans? I'm Brian Magliuan, and on today's episode, we will be discussing the baseball and softball seasons upcoming as both teams prepare for the season. Also, in this episode, we will have two very special guests join us in the studio, so stay tuned for that. But first, we'll head over to Joe Rodriguez, who has more on Operation Drive to the Basket as St. Mary's took on St. Edward's this past weekend.
Rattler basketball had a successful day in their Battle of the Saints. Both teams came out on top. First, women's basketball was victorious 63-44 behind double-doubles from both Morgan Pullins and Kiara Etheridge. On the men's side, they were victorious 86-52 behind a 27-point effort by Christian Minor. But perhaps the biggest victory of the day was the charity work done with Operation Drive to the Basket. The Rattler community was able to raise over $700 through generous donations. We talked with Coach Jason Martins after the game.
It's a great event. I know our men started a few years ago, and then for us to be a part of it this year is just even more special. We have two active military former players of ours, Juanita Merchant and Felicia Jacobs. They're both out there right now serving our country, and couldn't be more proud of them and what they do for our country. And so for us to be a part of that, Felicia's parents were here today, so it's great to see them. And those two are just so important to our program, and it's good to honor them today.
So a great day for the Rattlers as they're both battling for Heartland Conference position as the season goes on. Both teams around that number 4 bubble spot right now, but looking strong towards the end of the year. For the Rattler Network, I'm Joe Rodriguez.
Now here with two of my colleagues, Joe Rodriguez and Ruben Dominguez. Guys, welcome. Thanks for joining us. We're here to talk a little baseball and a little bit of softball as well as both teams prep for this upcoming season. First off, Joe, baseball ranked 3rd in the Heartland Conference. What do you think are the team's expectations heading into this new year?
Well, my expectation for the men's team comes from when I talked to their ace pitcher, Matt McClain. And he was telling me that in inter-team scrimmages, he was struggling not only getting strikeouts, but getting outs. So if the Rattlers were able to reclaim that kind of bat presence that they had when they made that run to regionals, then I could see them potentially having a huge year, as you know that pitching staff is always going to be solid.
Well, we know of Matt McClain, but Ruben, there are some players that Rattler fans are not necessarily familiar with. Who are some of them?
Well, as Joe was saying, the pitching staff is going to come back with some vengeance this year. I think Coach Meagle did a really good job in recruiting a good staff, and they're going to add a name, Chris Gardner. He's a transfer from Wichita State University, was a freshman All-American. I think with Chris in the rotation, he's going to provide a lot of experience and quality to what they already have.
As you mentioned, experience and quality, Chris Gardner is going to provide for this Rattler baseball team who lost 2 quality pitchers in Carl O'Neill and Renee Solis, who graduated last year. As for softball, ranked number 2 in the Heartland Conference before the season, the preseason polls, losing 2 excellent players in Emily Britton and Maricela Bissaro. Joe, who do you expect to see on this Rattler squad to take up that leadership role?
Well, for St. Mary's softball team, it's one of 8 names. They have 8 seniors on this softball team, and they all play every single day just about. You have Villa, Nash, Benavides, Sardalich, Vadrine, the Double Deuce, A-Rod. You have Richter, and of course you have Viana Gutierrez Touchtone. My eye particularly is going to be on Viana Gutierrez Touchtone. She, before the season last year in a preseason interview, she told me that her goal was to be an All-American both as a pitcher and as a hitter. Going into her senior season, I don't think that her goals have changed one bit.
Well, you touched on all the seniors, but this Rattler softball team pretty stacked with young freshmen as well.
Right, Brian. I'm going to throw out 3 names here. Hope Russell, Mary Beth Hillier, Christy Rangel. All of them distinguished honors in their districts coming out of high school. They're 3 freshmen to watch out for to add to the senior quality that they have.
Well, great insight, fellers. Thanks for joining us. But before we go, let's make some bold predictions, whether it be for baseball or softball. We'll start off with you first, Ruben.
Well, if you want a bold prediction, I'm first going to make one, and I'm going to say the boys are going to take the Heartland Conference, but I want to say they're going to do it in dramatic fashion with a walk-off home run in the conference championship.
Wow, very bold prediction indeed. Well, Joe, your turn.
Well, my prediction is two-pronged, and it's something that I'm going to call the Great Strikeout Race of Spring. Viana Gutierrez and Matt McClain, two amazing strikeout pitchers. Last year, Matt McClain in 13 games had 97 strikeouts. Viana in 12 games had 93 strikeouts. I'm predicting that both pitchers are going to lead the Heartland Conference in strikeouts, and the real race is going to be head-to-head to see which Rattler can finish with more strikeouts this season.
Well, I'll piggyback on your bold prediction. I'm going to have to say, as much as Matt McClain is an unhittable force, I'm going to have to go with Viana on this one. I'm going to say by season's end, she's going to just squeak by Matt in most strikeouts. Joe, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, there really isn't a wrong answer. Both pitchers had a no-hitter last season. I'm going to have to go with Matt McClain. I like his power stuff as a left-handed pitcher, and I think that he is lethal. I'm going to have to go with Matt McClain on this one.
Well, it looks like, Ruben, you have the deciding vote. Team Viana or Team Matt? Who will it be?
Well, I'm going to throw you off here. I'm going to say the two pitchers tie in strikeouts.
Well, those were very bold predictions indeed, guys. And if you want to join in on the discussion, you can join in on Twitter under the handle at St. Mary's Rattlers. Tweet us your predictions. Who's going to win the strikeout race this Rattler fans, gear up for baseball and softball season by going on to rattlergear.com, where you can find all your fine Rattler merchandise. That's rattlergear.com. Rattler fans, this is the moment you've been waiting for. We have our two very special guests in studio with us.
Hi, I'm Kaylin. I'm Jamie Lee.
And for those of you that don't know, these two ladies are doubles partners for the St. Mary's Rattlers tennis team. And now we are going to play a little game we like to call How Well Do You Know Your Doubles Partner? It's going to be 3 rounds of questions. First round will be questions that involve the two of them, and then the second round is about one of them, and then the third round will be about the other. At the end of this, whoever has the most points will say that they know their partner better than the other. What city did you both win your first match playing together in? So we have Abilene and Dallas. How confident are you guys with your answers?
I am so confident.
No, I'm not confident at all.
Kaylin is correct. You guys won your first match playing together in Abilene, Texas.
I was definitely thinking like school match.
It was the ITA.
Not the, summer sports.
He said first.
We did.
What name do you both refer to each other as?
I have a great answer.
Correct. Both of you are correct.
That's solid.
Let's go.
It took me a second.
So where did that originate from exactly? Just out of the blue or what?
Well, that's like a saying. Most people really don't like that saying, I feel like, but we just call each other that because
We don't have boyfriends.
we don't have any real guys in our lives.
So we're,
So, hit us up. I'm totally
Big
kidding,
one.
but we just call each other babe on a regular basis. So
Nice.
it's just stuck.
it has.
If you two were to be any famous duo, who would it be?
Oh my gosh, this is hard. I'm just going for it. I'm not going for it because I have nothing on my paper. That's so stupid. I can't even say that.
Wow.
I saw
Venus
Venus scratched out. I was like, you should.
I
Okay,
didn't.
so-
It wasn't gonna compare us to tennis players that are like.
Who else would you? Batman and Robin?
Yes, for sure.
I'd be Batman.
No, let's make this clear. I am Batman.
After round 1, it is Kaylin with 3, Jamie Lee with 2.
Bringing it.
Now, this round, we will start off with questions about Jamie Lee. First question. Kaylin, what is Jamie Lee's favorite restaurant?
What? Are you kidding?
Ruben knows.
What? Okay, that was a fail. I would never have said that. I have never been there with you.
Yeah. Panera, that's a nice.
That was a solid choice. You
Yeah.
go there a lot. A little flustered right now.
Next, what is Jamie Lee's favorite song?
Come on. You know. Oh. Okay.
Stop
Keep going. Keep going.
Now I feel like that is definitely wrong, and I don't know another
You can't
choice.
change it. You can't change it.
I don't even know the second word to that thing. It's Maine.
I think it's not my name. Come on.
Oh. Wow, I don't know anything about her.
That's what we
Okay.
listen to over and over.
I know, but that's like a recent one. I know it's your favorite one.
What is Jamie Lee's favorite sport other than tennis?
You're gonna get so.
I think so. No, I know it. I can't. I haven't seen yours. It's football, right?
Yep. Football.
I remember because you played that.
Basketball. I don't even
No, because I remember because you played that.
flag football.
Yes, and I was like,
There you go.
So, first question of round number 3. What high school did Kaylin attend? But, here's the twist. What was the mascot of the high school?
What was it?
Spartans.
Tigers. It's a very generic answer. I thought it might
Stratford Tigers.
It sounds
Rawr.
good.
Spartans.
Okay.
Did she even get a point for that? Say no.
Half a point.
No,
right?
I told you that
We'll
before we
give half a
started.
point, right? Judges, half a point, half a point.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
okay,
give half a
fine.
point.
2.5. Fine.
What is Kaylin's favorite movie?
I do.
Oh, you've never told me that.
I know, that was a really bad question.
You watch Legally Blonde a lot.
What?
You
I've
like
only
it.
seen it like
Well, you say it's really good. So
I mean, who doesn't like
I went
Blonde?
for it.
Am I right?
I'm failing at this.
What is Kaylin's pre-match meal?
I really don't know how to spell.
Fake. This is horrible. This is so bad.
Jamie clearly knows me well.
When do we
So-
have bagels? When have you ever had a bagel?
Before tennis, every time.
You're not like
Never
me.
eat cereal. Just, you know. Just like macaroni girl. You don't eat that with me.
Okay, fine.
So Kaylin comes away victorious.
Let's go, stomach.
Okay, now just for kicks and giggles, each of you, what is the best shot you've hit in a match? We'll start off with you, Kaylin.
We were playing against the SFA, like number 1 team or whatever, and this girl hit this lob, and we were both at the net, and I like sprint back for the lob, and I'm literally at the fence, and I got it, and Jamie Lee's like right by the fence with me, just like
I was
sitting
just
there.
like walking.
And the next shot, she hits this drop shot, and I don't even know how I got it. I like, sprinted to the net and like slid. And in tennis, if you touch the net before like the ball bounces twice, like you lose the point. And so I just like barely got there, got it over, and then the girl missed it. And then I turned around, and Jamie Lee's just standing at the fence like. And so that happened the best one because she like totally doubted my ability of getting that one, but it was a solid get. It was a big point.
I can't think. Backhand down the line. That's all I have to say.
That'll do it for this episode of the Talking Rattlers. Special thanks to Joe Rodriguez and Ruben Dominguez for joining me. And also, a thank you to Jamie Lee Denton and Kaylin Kruzman for joining us as well. For right now, this has been Brian Maglione of the Rattler Network. Take care, everybody.